Week on Siskel and Ebert, shock jock Howard Stern lets it all hang out in Private Parts.
Mobster Al Pacino befriends Johnny Depp as an undercover cop codenamed Donnie Brasco.
And Jamie Foxx and Tommy Davidson try to get with the ladies in Booty Call.
Right up here looks perfect.
Isn't Allison amazing? She's in town like 2 minutes, and already she's got a job working with a bunch of wackos. Excuse me. Mentally challenged.
Howard Stern stars in his first movie, and guess what? It's all about him. Private Parts is one of 5 new films we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Yes, Private Parts is all about Howard and how he grew from being a nerd to the #1 radio jock in New York City. But the surprise in Private Parts is just how much time he spends talking about his marriage, praising his devoted wife. This is a Valentine to a wife as much as a biography of a media genius. Howard Stern turns out to be a big softy. And I know what you're thinking, Howard, when you hear that. Here's where Howard, playing himself, reenacts a critical moment in his professional life.
I just gotta let things fly. I gotta go all the way.
You didn't go all the way before?
No, I mean, no. A lot of times I'm just holding back.
And I guess you should go all the way.
And later, another tender, if comical, scene as Howard gets some great news from Allison, nicely played by Mary McCormick from TV's Murder One.
Something. Look at yourself. You're completely on fire about having a baby. You don't understand. I'm not a piece of me. I mean, I have to be romanced.
Yeah, please.
Ooh, look at that bra. Where did you get that?
You like this?
Okay, that's it. That's it. I am making a baby.
The third act of the movie is about Howard's battles with an uptight programming director at WNBC Radio after he gets his big break to work in New York.
Because, see, you don't have a real good voice like I'm as Captain Frank and nothing, so we're going to have to practice it.
Well, you mean practicing here now?
You're not going to get bashful on me now, are you, Howard? Okay, you ready? The way it's said properly is WNBC.
His radio sidekick, Robin Quivers, plays herself as well. She's a little more uptight on camera than Howard. And here we see they did have a fight early on when she felt Howard didn't support her after WNBC tried to break them apart by firing her, hoping to punish him.
You're not going to quit?
No.
You're going to let them throw me out like garbage?
No, I want to beat these guys. I want to stomp them into the ground. The only way to do that is to stay on the air. I've got to stay on the air, Robin.
Private Parts is rated R, of course, and has a couple of nude scenes and a little of Howard's raunchy, freakazoid, toilet, lesbian-obsessed humor. A little of that. But that aside, Private Parts is really a mainstream movie in terms of its focus on a loving romance and its modern-day story of the revenge of a nerd. There's a big, sweet close-up of Howard smiling toward the end of the picture, and that shot, along with scenes of him hugging his wife, are the true signature images of Private Parts. Howard Stern in Private Parts, and perhaps in real life, he's as American as apple pie, served by a lesbian waitress, of course.
You know, I enjoyed the picture.
I did too.
It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's sweet.
It's sweet.
It's about, we now find out the real Howard Stern is a family man who loves his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I was reminded of? Don Rickles in Vegas. He spends an hour insulting everybody in the room.
Right.
And then after an hour saying
His
the most
mama.
vile, offensive things he can think of to everyone inside, he says, oh, but really, I was just kidding. I love you. I love you. You're a pussycat.
Yeah.
Hey, and I've got a big heart, too. And in a way, it almost disappointed me that Howard didn't really go for the throat here or go for the kill. Howard on the radio was a different person than Howard in this movie. It's like he did kind of soft pedal it for Hollywood.
I think that his next picture, and I'm sure there'll be another one from him, will be the harder edge one, where he'll talk about, frankly, I think a thing that people don't even get into is Howard's political smarts in his radio show. That's never talked about. It's just the, the sex stuff. And yeah, he has another harder picture to make. But this is sweet. It's a lovely romance.
I like the acting. The guy who played the program director is very funny. Howard is good. I didn't think that Robin was you called her uptight. I think that that's the role she plays. She's always the kind of the voice of sanity, the person who doesn't really, can't believe what she's seen or doesn't think Howard should go. And I felt that she did a good job of portraying that.
I think she's a little less comfortable than Howard on camera.
Anyway, it was an entertaining movie.